Where do you want me to start? I remember. Sure. My friends and I were packing our bags frantically. We were anxious, excited, intoxicated at the thought that we believed that we discovered the general location where the star, this conjunction of brilliant, distant light, would appear. We had maps sprawled across the table, meals half eaten. The star, our new king, was coming. So we all packed up and we started west. Of course, our first stop was Herod's palace. He was king then, and while we felt enamored with hope, with wonder, in Herod's courts there was almost a feeling of worry. Ultimately, we decided to keep our heads down and just head west after the star. Of course, later, we did find out Herod, a king all his own, was afraid. And we were told by an angel, a warning, each of us. And the voice, it felt like a warm, bright, loving light. And it said, in a voice more tender and more wild and more powerful than I can even still imagine. It gave us a warning. Don't tell Herod what you've seen. Go back home another way. I remember while we walked, watching the stars, I also thought of my mother. She was very young when I was born. Her kindness and gentleness were such a comfort in a harsh world. My father was harsh. And so here I was, walking to meet my king, and it was my own mother, warm and loving on my mind, reminding me that there is a time to kneel down, to be humble, and to love. I think she had prepared me for this very moment, prepared me to meet this one God who was kind, patient, meek, and strong. It all made so much sense when I finally saw him. After many days, we came up this little hillside, and you could just hear the faintest sounds, the sounds of a town asleep, a small glow of a fire or two. We were tired, still filled with the promise of wonder, but tired. When we got to the top of the hill, I noticed down in the shadows, kind of off to the side, this little quiet stone mud brick home, well kept. And the star was at its brightest by then, and I don't know how to describe it, but none of us said a word. We just walked down the hill like we all knew. We could hear him as we got close. The child. Surely this was the king. How could it be? This boy, the king, the one we've all been waiting for. Hope was born. And then I saw him. I saw Jesus. And I remember thinking, I heard the sound of waters, rivers running, and the sound of nothing, and the sound of everything. Gardens and trees singing in my mother's face, wet with tears, my father kneeling, the countryside in a new morning. I looked at the young mother and at the father. They looked so worn out and happy. Did they know? Yes. I looked over at my friends, and they were kneeling. And I was kneeling. And I wondered. I still wonder. It did seem to me all of a sudden that we were all being born new into that new garden. I went home and told my wife, and we cried. I suppose we were worshiping. Hope was born.